Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to This Week in Renewables, Season 2, Episode 20, your bite-sized roundup of the renewable stories over the last 7 days, wind, hydropower, solar, anything renewables we discuss. As per usual, I'm your host, Mr. Deji Ogunsola, the voice you can trust. Please don't forget to do the usual good stuff, the liking, comment and sharing. Should have a reminder that should appear there now. Again, don't forget to share with your colleagues and your friends. Really does help with the visibility of this podcast. Available on all streaming platforms. We do not discriminate, so whether that be LinkedIn, YouTube, Spotify and TikTok as well. Generation Z, no excuse. Today we're going to start off with some hydropower news. I know last week I didn't discuss any hydropower news as there wasn't really anything to discuss, so I thought I'd make an effort to share some news across the market this week. In the last 7 days, the 2022 Women with Hydrovision Awards recipients were named, and this is something that is organised by Clarion Energy Hydro Group, and they announced their 8th class of recipients for its Women with Hydrovision Award. The programme itself is designed to honour influential women in hydropower for their accomplishments and contributions to the industry. So this year we saw Nicola Butcher from Ontario Power Generation, Ginger Gillen from GEI Consultants, and Rufan Hader from US Army Corps of Engineers. The recipients were nominated by their peers and selected by a panel of similarly influential women, many of them past Women with Hydrovision inductees themselves. So congratulations to everyone who was nominated and those who are actually going to receive this year's award. Great to see the contribution from these women in the world of hydropower. Moving on to some wind energy news. Starting off with RWE, they have started operation of the Rozjazu wind farm in Poland, following 14 months of construction. The 16.8 megawatt project is RWE's 16th wind farm in Poland, taking its installed capacity in the country to approximately 410 megawatts. In western Poland, about 100 kilometers from this particular site, RWE is building another wind farm, the 7 megawatt West Chalice project, which has a 15-year CFD. In addition to this project, which is currently under construction, RWE expects to have approval for the Dolis 48 megawatt wind farm and the Lechno Staff 3, another 12 megawatt wind farm. So very clear to see that RWE have some aggressive expansion plans in Poland. More news from the wind sector, and Baltcap Infrastructure Fund has begun the construction of the 42 megawatt wind farm project in Lithuania. The 30 megawatt project itself will feature 6 5.5 megawatt Cypress turbines supplied by GE Renewables Energy, and will be located in the Zvyskazal Sakal district. Konecto Lietuva, which I believe to be a Lithuanian company, will construct the power station and the turbine foundations. Will be built by another local company, Penavzio Statbos Chlesas. Do hope my pronunciation was correct. The wind farm itself will begin producing electricity in the second quarter of 2023, and the project will be financed by the fund's investment of 15 million and credit of 27 million will be provided by the Lumina Bank. The project itself is being implemented by Zustashi Energia, a company controlled by the fund. So good news there. Looks like Europe is very busy in onshore wind at the moment. Moving on from some onshore wind to solar energy. And UK company Savannah Energy has signed an agreement with the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy of Chad. This is to develop up to 500 megawatts of renewable energy projects in the North African country. The first project is expected to be a 300 megawatt solar farm and battery energy storage system located in Comé. Project sanction is expected in 2023 with first power in 2025. The second development to be covered by this new agreement between Savannah Energy and the Ministry of Petroleum and Energy involves solar and wind farms, each of 100 megawatts capacity, to supply in Njema. Project approval is expected in 2023-2024 with the first power in 2025 or 2026. Savannah is expecting to fund these projects from a combination of its own internally generated cash flows and project-specific debt. And some more final news on the solar sector. And Canadian solar subsidiary Recurrent Energy have successfully completed the construction of the 100 megawatt Sunflower solar farm in the US state of Mississippi. Sunflower itself is located near the Ruleville in the Mississippi Delta, providing electricity to the energy to Integri, Mississippi's 461,000 customers. Recurrent Energy developed and built Sunflower for the Integri, Mississippi, which will own it for life of the facility. The Sunflower project itself is one of the first utility scale solar projects to be constructed under the build transfer agreement in the US. Recurrent Energy signed the agreement with Integri, Mississippi in 2020 or 2018, it looks like, and was approved anonymously by the Mississippi Public Service Commission in April 2020. The Integri, Mississippi President and Chief Executive Haley Fiskelley recently commented, "It's an historic day for the Integri, Mississippi, our customers and our state. We look forward to more future successful collaboration." Some last and not least, actually last this time, more news from the solar side, and Better Energy has signed or entered into agreement for partnership with Finnish solar developer Forest. I do believe I've discussed them before on This Week in Renewables. And this is to install over 1 gigawatts of PV projects in Finland. The partners have commented that the goal is to build solar parks in the most sustainable way in Finland. Landowners, neighbours and all other stakeholders will be involved in the early processes, and local nature will be considered in each project. Better Energy will fund, construct and operate and own the solar power plants in Finland, and the Finnish pipeline will add to its growing activities in Denmark, Poland and Sweden, with an accumulated pipeline of roughly 7 gigawatts. That, my friend, sums up This Week Renewables. As usual, short and sweet, under 10 minutes. Don't forget to like, comment and share, do all the good stuff. Have a wonderful week. I've been your host, Mr. Deji Ogunsola. Keep it green, keep it clean, my friends. Goodbye.